right, what's up, everybody? How's it going? Happy Monday. It's a Monday. It's only Monday. Oh boy, it's gonna be a week. I hope you're all doing well. It's oh man, the internet is mediocre again. This internet has not been strong for a while. I'm gonna take the phone off the Wi-Fi, see if that helps a little. But hope you're all doing well. Hope you all had a good weekend. We're gonna get into it now. Yankees versus White Sox. Including the Field of Dreams game, which will be game number 2. I'm curious to see if this year, if they did something like a created stadium or something special for this. Probably not, but I wish they would have done that. What's up, Floppa? How's it going? Yeah, Dark Stroke, Adam Frazier to the Padres. Yep, the Padres are still buyers. They're still trying to get over the hump. What's up, Styles? How's it going? How you doing? So, Luis Castillo, Lance Lynn should be a good one. And then also the Yankees, we finally get a day off for our lineup tomorrow. So today what we're going to do is everybody going to get a rest. Caratini's going to catch. Gio is going to get a day off. Judge is getting a day off. I don't know about that, Dark Stroke. We gotta see. There's... Adam, I don't think Adam Frazier is going to get them over the hump. What's up, Joe Hall? Not alone, anyway. So let's see. Actually, that's what we're going to do. Bum bum bum. Driscoll plays third, and then Hicks, Ford, Pollock. You know, we're going to give Pollock another day off. Might as well. Yeah, that's good for you, David. Good for you, man. Yeah, I know Floppa, the guy they traded for in Pittsburgh. They got rid of. Yeah, I had meetings today, so I had to look semi-decent. I had Zoom meetings. Well, that's good for the A's. A's are making news. Look, guys, the Yankees aren't going anywhere. Cashman made a desperate trade today. It was a bad trade. They sent Hoy Park to the Pirates. Hoy Park, who I think could be the next Adam Frazier. Hoy Park, for those of you who don't know, has all the tools. He can play all over the field. He runs. He hits for average. Doesn't have a lot of pop. Neither does Frazier. He's literally Adam Frazier, but from Korea. Like, that's it. Like, yeah, I know, Styles. Every Yankee game has been bad lately, so... Yeah, I mean, we'll see, Darkstroke. We'll see how their rotation holds up. So, what was I doing? Yeah, Hicks will DH today. Dominguez will play in center. Yeah, so we'll have Driscoll. Actually, we're going to have Dominguez will bat leadoff. Then Talkman. Then Hicks. Then Didi Caratini. I like this, and yeah, actually, I like this a lot now that I look at it. But yeah, it's real hard. Yeah, I mean, it was a bad move. It was a bad move, Darkstroke. It's a desperate move by Cashman. That's what it is. It's a desperate move. Look at that. Yeah, everybody, look at that. Everybody who needs a rest is getting a rest here. Well, so most of the backups are in today for today, and I'm okay with that. Excuse me. Yeah, I know, Darkstroke. I just literally said that. You got a righty reliever who, although his ERA is only in the high 4s this year, but has a career 5.5, it's a bad move. No, I know, David. I know. It's a bad move, guys. That's all it comes down to. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, it's a bad move. Play around there. There we go. There we go. There's a little line below the screen there that was bothering me. But Lance Lynn making his 24th start of the year, an 8-5 record, a 3.53 ERA. It feels like Park was batting .327 in Scranton Wilkes-Barre, AAA. Once he got called up to AAA, Darkstroke, his average went through the roof. He was hitting only 200 in AA ball, but hit 327 in 48 games in AAA. As this one smacked on the left field line, foul 0-1. We are underway here in Chicago. Yep, trading the future for a pitcher, David, that's not going to be very good for the team. I'm telling you right now. Yep, I know, Trevs. Look, the Yankee season's over, guys. You can tell they're giving up. They've just given up, and so have I, honestly, on them. As Lynn is a fastball, cutter, sinker, curve, changeup pitcher. Swing and a miss there by Domingue late on the changeup, 0-2. Yeah, Smith, it's another, I don't know what they're doing. It's like, this is chopped to the left side. Gonna be a tough play for Anderson. Fires the first, not in time. Ooh, they call him out at first. We're gonna challenge, and I think Domingue beat it out for an infield single. Yeah, but it's too little too late, Trevs. It's too little too late. Honestly.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm sure a lot of teams offered for him. Like, I don't know. And that camera angle won't tell the difference. But I think he's out. Looked like the ball just got there in time. Wind blowing in from left, by the way, as Talkman now steps up to the plate and fouls one straight back out of play, 0-1. Yeah, flop, I will as soon as the season is over. So I won't get penalized. Boone is gone at the end of the season. Yeah, it's 0-1 now to Talkman. Fouled back out of play, 0-2. Yeah, this is like having your arm cut off and then somebody putting a Band-Aid on it. That's what Cashman did today. The bullpen is in shambles. Boone burnt it out as Talkman fouls off another one, still 0-2. And it just they're chickens with their head cut off. Oh, Lynn quick pitch. That's inside 1-2. But this is actually a fact in franchise. Boone is one of the worst managers in the game. He actually might be the worst manager, as swing and a miss there on a fastball on the inside part of the plate. 2 away here in the top of the first. Excuse me. And that brings up Aaron Hicks, 41 homers, 92 RBIs, a 352 average. I wasn't dark stroke because here's the thing is that this one popped up to the left. Long run for, I believe that's Clint Frazier. He'll get there for the final out of the inning. Yeah, his game management is terrible. And you guys have to remember, the problem with Britton and Loizaga is they just came back from injuries. They just came back from the IL. They hadn't thrown in 2 weeks. Loizaga needed to build his stamina back up. I would not have pitched Loizaga on back-to-back days, but what do I know? As Luis Castillo making his 24th start of the year, a 15-5 record, a 3.63 ERA. Leading things off is Nick Madrigal.
Leading off for the White Sox.
There, ooh, they called a ball in the inside corner, 1-0.
Madrigal.
That misses low and outside, 2-0. The bullpen's burnt out, guys. They're all exhausted. It's now 3-0. This is what happens when you don't get the calls. Again, another. They're really squeezing them on the inside, so it's a 4-pitch walk. That should have been strike 2. Brings up Adam Eaton now. He takes the strike. There we go, 0-1.
Eaton.
As now that misses low, 1-1. We try and get our timing back here with Castillo. As that swung on and missed on the hit and run, but a bad block there by Caratini. Madrigal steals second. It's now 1-2. Now Eaton takes one inside, 2-2. As now this one is looped into right field for a base hit. They're going to hold Madrigal at third. Talkman doesn't have the best arm, but on a soft liner like that. So when things go wrong, they go really wrong for Castillo. And that brings up Jose Abreu now. And he pops this up to right. Talkman coming on will make the catch. Tagging his Madrigal to throw home. Just not in time. 1-0 Chicago. What's up, Monkey? How's it going? Yeah, Herman was perfect till he wasn't, Darkstroke, and they gave a couple of hits, and then, again, this is Boone's M.O. He doesn't know when to pull the starters. He doesn't know who to use in the bullpen. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's a bad manager. As this is popped up on the infield, Didi Gregorius there makes the catch, 2 away. I don't know else how to put it. He's a bad manager. As now Johann Makata up at the plate.
Johann
Takes a strike, 0-1.
Makata.
Yeah, the bullpen sucked the whole series. Honestly, we should have won Thursday and we should have won yesterday. We should have lost Saturday, honestly. We should have split. Now, I think the season's over because the Mariners took 3 or 4 from Oakland. The Mariners are ready to take the wild card. The 0-2 fouled off by Makata, still 0-2. Mark my words, watch out for Seattle, especially if they get Whit Merrifield. Watch out for Seattle. It's too little, too late, Darkstroke. Trade Herman. Trade them all. Honestly, it's too little, too late. The season's over. Start selling. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll end the inning. But because of the walk, a stolen base, and then a couple of singles, the White Sox are up 1-0 at the end of 1. We got hosed in a trade by the Pittsburgh Pirates, guys. Yeah, the problem is, Floppa, is then what'll happen is the bullpen will get better and the starting pitching won't be good, as this one is 0-1. Or we'll go ice cold with the hitting. The team is inconsistent. Yep, Tyon is heating up, Darkstroke. You guys are looking at a microcosm. You guys are looking at a microcosm as this foul back on play 0-2. Look at the whole season. They're heating up now when the bullpen goes ice cold. Or when we get great pitching from the starters and the relievers, nobody hits. The team is inconsistent. The 1-2 inside, 2-2. As this one fouled back out of play, 2-2. DeBear, I don't think the Yankees are built to make a run. The team is inconsistent as this is rolled to the right side. Anderson, because of the shift, fires off balance the first in time, 1 away. The team is not good enough. We look at the White Sox defense. Clint Frazier in left, Luis Robert in center, Adam Eaton in right, Makata at third, Anderson at short, Madrigal at second, Abreu at first, and Yasmani Grandal behind the plate. The White Sox have the best defense in the American League. Brings up backup catcher Victor Caratini as he smacks us on the left field line. Just foul. Trying to go the opposite way with that curveball. DeBear, I do not think that the Yankees... Oh, as Caratini gets plunked now. Obviously no intent from Lynn. That brings up Mike Ford. 10 homers, 24 RBIs, a 272 average. I mean, you look at what Cashman did. He traded Ford to Tampa Bay in the division for what? Cash. Like, it's just a lot of bad moves all around. The team is going nowhere. That's one I missed 0-1. The 0-1, swing and a miss there by Ford, 0-2. No, Smith, exactly. They've given up. They've given up. There's nobody on that dugout that's a leader. Boone is as listless as they come. He's clueless. The team has lost its direction. Torres, Sanchez, Stanton, Herman, half the bullpen. Get rid of them all, DeBear. Get rid of half the team. As that misses low, 2-2 to Ford. Honestly, I'm being serious. Get rid of half the team and rebuild. Yep, Farmers, that's a good trade for Oakland. After losing 3 of 4 to Seattle this weekend, that's what a decent general manager does. They wake up and they make a big move. If Floppa Stanton is a joke. He's a joke. What new Olympics game, Odoms? Who do I like what, Monkey? As that misses outside 3-2. Who do I like what? On the team? As now a full count to Ford. Urshela, LeMahieu. So that misses low, ball 4. So Ford draws the walk. So a hit by pitch and a walk now puts runners at first and second. Still only 1 out and brings up the rookie Kevin Vizcaino. I'm not going to get an Olympics game, Odoms. Yeah, Cashman's a bum. He's a bum. That misses inside 1-0. Yeah, Twins are selling everybody, Farmers. I'm sorry. I like Voit when he's healthy. That misses low, 2-0, and Lynn might have lost the strike zone. Bad speed on the base pads, though, so the double play is in order. As that misses inside, 3-0. We're putting the controller down. We're going to take a pitch. Yeah. Get rid of half the team. As there's a strike, 3-1. Get rid of Chapman. Call up Debbie Garcia to start. The 3-1 popped up to right. Fairly deep, long run in left. Tagging is Caratini. He is not fleet of foot. The relay, though, not in time. So runners at the corners now with 2 away. The only good thing is with Caratini's slow speed, that will ensure he'll score on a single, which is what it's going to take now. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Adam Frazier up. No, Odoms, I would not make that trade. I would not make that trade at all. And this is fouled back out of play, 0-1. Would not make that trade. It's a terrible trade, Odoms. It'd be an 0-1 to Frazier, outside, 1-1. The 1-1 swing and a miss on a good sinker, 1-2. He was having a great year, actually, though, Floppa, but then he got hurt twice. As this one, little blooper towards short. Anderson will actually make the shoestring catch, and that'll end the inning. So the Yankees get a couple on and leave them there. We go bottom 2. Yankees down 1-0. As Clint Frazier hitting .271, 14 homers, 41 RBIs. Still having some pretty poor power numbers, as most of those homers were with the Yankees, but he's really kind of found a groove in the 6-hole for the White Sox. Fouled back out of play, 0-1. As this one hammered foul, 0-2. Yeah, Buxton was having an amazing year until he got hurt. Oh, way outside with the slider, 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Nice K there by Castillo. Second K of the day. And Frazier, well, he looked like he just did with us. So brings up Yasmani Grandal. Actually gets better on the road. 16 homers, 51 RBIs overall. But over 120 points higher on the road. 239 overall. Yeah, the Yankees are supposedly pursuing a lot of guys, Farmers. I'll actually believe it when they do something. This is low 1-1. The Twins would never take on Stanton's contract. I would do that in a heartbeat, Farmers. I would do that in a heartbeat. Is this one high and deep to left field? Ball's carrying a bit, but Frazier is there near the track to make the catch for the second out of the inning. And that brings up Lurie Garcia, 4 homers, 39 RBIs, a 287 average. Castillo looking for the 1-2-3 inning. This one hammered foul. A fastball that grooved back to the middle of the plate. Just a little out in front was Garcia. Now takes a strike to knees, 0-2. The 0-2. This one up the middle and through for a base hit. So no 1-2-3 inning here.
Batting done.
And that'll bring up Luis Robert now. Takes one low and inside, 1-0. Garcia, good speed off of first. Blocked by Caratini. Garcia not going anywhere, though. The 2-0. Low, 3-0. Yeah, today's an off day for the Yankees, Monkey. The 3-0 pitch, low, ball 4. Second, 4-pitch walk of the night for Castillo. Puts runners at first and second. That brings up Nick Madrigal, who walked in his first at-bat. And he hammers one to deep left field. This one's got a chance, but Frazier will get there against the wall and make the catch to end the inning. Oh, Madrigal gave it a ride, but in the end, it's just a long, loud out. We go top third. Yankees down 1-0. Yeah, exactly, Floppa. Thank God it's an off day. Jerome Driscoll now 10 for his last 20, 307 overall, 1 homer, 9 RBIs. Rookie corner infielder, first baseman, third baseman, playing third today. Smacks this right towards the first baseman, Abreu, who makes the catch on the line drive, 1 away. And now that brings up Jason Dominguez, who grounded out in his first at-bat. Just got thrown out by Tim Anderson as Domingue fouls a fastball straight back out of play, 0-1. Now chases a nasty curveball from Lynn, 0-2. Yeah, Smith, we'll see, man, but probably not. The White Sox are really good. I think the White Sox are going to wipe the floor with us in a few weeks. It'll be a 1-2 to Domingue. This one popped up to center. Playable for Robert. He'll settle under it and make the catch for the second out of the inning. You know what it was, is that Buxton was a lot more of a free swinger, Floppa, but I think that he really kind of worked on his plate discipline in the offseason. I don't know, Farmers. I guess it's a souvenir for all the corn out there. We did Floppa, but they're a good team. Swing and a miss, they're 0-1. I don't think, and the Yankees are not a good team. And we still had something to play for back in May. Yeah, no, that's what I think. I think he worked on his plate discipline a lot, Floppa. It'll be an 0-1 now to Talkman. Fouls off a changeup, 0-2. I would be shocked if the Yankees took 2 of 3 or more against the White Sox in Chicago, as that misses inside 1-2. Would be genuinely shocked. It'll be a 1-2 inside, 2-2 now to Talkman. The 2-2 pitch. Chopped foul, outside sinker. Still 2-2. August like 12th, Farmers, or something. It's second week of August as this is chopped foul again. Still 2-2. Talkman making him work, but everything low in the zone. As this one popped up, just got underneath a little late in the fastball. Makata in foul ground makes the catch, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Lance Lynn. We go bottom third, still 1-0 Chicago. As Adam Eaton 1-for-1 with a single. Now steps up to the dish, takes one inside, 1-0. Yeah, they're actual games, Farmers. They count as actual games in the schedule, as that misses high according to the umpire, 2-0. They count as actual games. And they're going to have like 8,000 people in attendance, as there's a high strike, 2-1. Now 3-1 to Eaton. It's really not having, our timing is just off today. The 3-1. This one, little dribbler in front of the mound. Tough play for Castillo. Will field, fire to first. Got him, 1 away. I don't know, Floppa. I just think the Yankees suck this year, man. And Aaron Boone needs to be fired, as this one's hammered foul by Abreu, 0-1. This is fouled off, 0-2. Now low slider, 1-2. Because Girardi wouldn't do what Cashman wanted him to do. As this one chopped up the middle. There is Vizcaíno, fires the first in time, 2 away. You know, Odor's actually turning it around, Smith, but what I would have done is I would never have traded for Odor to begin with and would have given Hoy Park that chance. Build from within. As Tim Anderson, 0-for-1, takes a strike in the outside part of the plate, 0-1. Yeah, exactly, Monkey. Girardi would not listen to what Cashman said, and Cashman's like, I'm the general manager. I won a World Series once. Because also, by the way, I hate that Brian Cashman takes so much credit for 98, 99, and 2000, when those teams were really built by the draft picks of Stick Michael and Bob Watson. As it's now 2-2 to Anderson. All Cashman did was win 1 World Series, as that misses low, 3-2. Cashman did everything in his power to ruin those teams. It'll be a 3-2 now to Anderson. Fastball hammered foul, still 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. We go top 4 now. Still 1-0 Chicago. Girardi knew what he was doing. He's a good baseball manager. And everybody's like, well, what's going on in Philly? Philly doesn't have the players. Philly's bullpen is in shambles. This is swung and a miss 0-1. Brian, we've been talking about it for the past 20 minutes. The Pirates hosed the Yankees. What a terrible trade that was. Hoyt Park, the next Adam Frazier, as that's smacked to left center field. That's going to be a base hit. Robert's going to try and cut it off. He'll hold Hicks to a single. But a leadoff single here for Aaron Hicks in the top of the fourth. The next Adam Frazier, and the Yankees gave him up for a crappy right-handed reliever with a career 5.5 ERA. Brian Cashman needs to go. As that brings up Didi Gregorius now 0 for 1, grounded out in his last at-bat. Swinging and miss there 0-1. Yeah, Monkey, that's what I've heard. Everybody's talking about Anthony Rizzo going back to Boston, team who drafted him. The 0-1, fouled off to the left side, 0-2. Didi, 15 double plays this year, leads the Yankees. He is a double play candidate. A lot of ground balls from Gregorius. Swings and misses there, that's a strikeout. Grandal, nice block, so one away, runner stays at first. I almost sent Hicks too. But Grandal's got too good an arm. Second K for Lynn. That brings up Victor Caratini, who was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. I don't know, Brian. Honestly, the Yankees should be sellers. They gave one of their best pieces in Parkup, as this is popped up towards left field and will dunk in for a base hit in front of Clint Frazier. So runners at first and second again here with one out in the top of the fourth. Floppa, so do I. I would love to see Jorge back in the Yankee bench. Can't do worse than Boone. As Mike Ford now up. Chops this to the left side, could be two. Anderson flips to second for one. On to first, it's a 6-4-3 inning-ending double play. So we'll go bottom four. Yankees get their first couple hits, but still yet to score. Honestly, Smith, I honestly don't know. I would look at the best prospects in baseball, and I would trade away Stanton, Sanchez. I would trade away Torres. I would rebuild. As Johann Makata 0 for 1. I mean, look, there's a strike going on. Honestly, I don't want Trevor Story. I don't want a rental. I don't want rentals, guys, at this point. As this one popped fouled in the left field line, 0-2. I would try to get Story in free agency in the offseason. That misses low, 1-2. Yeah, that's the problem also. All the Yankees, their value is at an all-time low. Because honestly, if you were going to trade Hoyt Park, I would have traded Tyler Wade instead. As Frazier will get it in quickly, but it's a leadoff double here in the bottom of the fourth. Makata is 27th double of the year, so the White Sox already set up here in the fourth as Frazier swings to a fastball 0-1. The 0-1 now to Red Thunder. There's a strike in the outside corner, 0-2. Smith, Stanton's contract is 1/6 of the Yankee salary. Swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. 3 straight strikes to Frazier. Huge K for Castillo. As that'll bring up Yasmani Grandal, who flew out to left in his first at-bat. Excuse me. Takes one outside, 1-0. Stanton is an albatross around the Yankees' neck. He's Jacoby Ellsbury Jr. It was a bad trade. What else is new from Brian Cashman? There's a strike in the outside part of the plate, 2-1. The 2-1, fouled off to the left side, 2-2. And Brian, that's a great player. Hoyt Park was hitting .327 as that's grounded to four. He'll take it himself 2 away. Doing the third is Makata. Hoyt Park was hitting .327 as Lurie Garcia 1-for-1 with a single now up to the dish. Hitting .327 in AAA. That misses high, 1-0. We traded him for a crappy reliever. Just sick of it. This swung on a miss, 1-1. 1-1 now to Garcia. Good strike in the inside part of the plate, 1-2. A 1-2 now to Garcia in the dirt, 2-2. This one looped up the middle and through for a base hit. So Garcia golfs one in the center field. It'll be an RBI single. And it's 2-0 Chicago. As that brings up Luis Robert, who walked in his first plate appearance, takes a strike 0-1. Cashman's a moron, Floppa. Greg Allen's been doing great, Brian. He's been doing great. That's a strike in the outside corner, 0-2. I hope that trade Hicks, make Greg Allen center field next year. As that's grounded to third, recovered there. Driscoll fires the first in time, and that'll end the inning. But the White Sox, as Garcia gets his second hit of the day, add a run, and it's 2-0 Chicago at the end of 4. Well, there you go, Monkey. Maybe it's your guy's year after all. Whatever. As Kevin Vizcaino now leads off here in the top of the 5th, 0 for 1. Flew out in his first at-bat. Deep right, fouls this back out of play, 0-1. It'll be an 0-1. Low in the dirt, 1-1. Swing and a miss, missed the cutter there. 1-2. Yeah, just whiffed on it. Wind is really blowing in from left field. The 1-2 swing and a miss, tied him up with an inside sinker, 1 away. Third K for Lynn, and that brings up Adam Frazier now, who lined out to short in his first at-bat. First pitch from Lynn is low, 1-0. Frazier, 2 for 11 with a strikeout in his career against Lance Lynn. The 1-0, fouled back out of play, 1-1. Yeah, hand tucks, we've been talking about it already, buddy. It's you know, Yankee season is over as this is fouled off to the left side, tied 1-2. Congrats on winning the division, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. It'll be a 1-2 now to Adam Frazier. Fouled back out of play, still 1-2. For the stream, baseball tonight, new game tomorrow, baseball Wednesday and Thursday, and then a new game on Friday. Honestly, he's fine, Brian. I mean, the fact that he went to the Padres it's only gonna help them, as that's inside 3-2. So the count now full to Frazier, the 3-2. Popped him up just a little late on the fastball. Makata in shallow left will make the catch. 2 away. So that brings up Jerome Driscoll. He lined out in his first at-bat. Fouled back out of play, 0-1. Yeah, hand tucks, no doubt about it. They probably still need another starting pitcher, but that misses. Ooh, they called a strike, actually. 0-2. The umpire doesn't squeeze Lance Lynn. Squeeze Castillo, doesn't squeeze Lynn, though. The 0-2. Chopped to the left side. Makata there in the slow roller. Fires the first in time. And again, the Yankees go in order. We go bottom 5. 2-0 Chicago. That brings up Nick Madrigal. He 0 for 1 with a walk, a stolen base, and a run scored. Scored the first run of the game. First pitch to Madrigal. Popped up on the infield, actually on the lip of the left field grass. Didi will make the catch, 1 away. Adam Eaton now 1 for 2 with a single. Yeah, Brian, the Yankee season is over, as I really do hope we fire Cashman and Boone, as there's a strike, 0-1. Eaton 5 for 10 in his career against Castillo with a couple doubles. That includes today's at-bats. Swing and a miss there, 0-2. It'll be an 0-2 now. Chop to the left side. Didi charges, backhands, fires the first in time, 2 away. Yeah, I think Smith. I think that I think the Braves are going to do their best to re-sign Freddie Freeman and Acuna for sure. As Jose Abreu 0 for 1 now takes one inside, 1-0. Yeah, George Steinbrenner is spinning in his grave, Floppa. As this is fouled off to the right side, 1-1. Yeah, no, Dark Stroke, they've actually said that if the Yankees are sellers, teams are inquiring about Judge. As that misses inside, 2-1. It'll be a 2-1 to Abreu. Chop to the right side, so 3 ground ball outs here as Vizcaino fires the first. And we go top 6. Yankees still down 2-0. Yeah, no, they're gonna re-sign those guys as Domingue is now 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. Leads off here in the 6th. Swing and a miss on a fastball, 0-1. Yep, that'll clear up some money too. 70th pitch of the day from Lynn is smacked towards left, fairly deep, but right at Clint Frazier. He makes the catch for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up Mike Tauchman again. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop-out. Exactly, Dark Stroke. Time to rebuild. That miss. Ooh, actually, that catches the inside corner at the belt. 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 to Tauchman. Misses outside. 1-1. Yeah, rebuild and retool for next year, Dark Stroke. Exactly. The 1-1. Smacked on the left field line. Foul. 1-2. Just a bit late on the fastball. I'm having trouble picking it up. Not gonna lie. The 1-2 outside. 2-2. It'll be a 2-2 now to Tauchman. Inside, count full again. The problem is, Brian, is nobody's going to take on that contract, especially with Stanton playing as terribly as he is. The 3-2. Outside, ball 4, so Tauchman draws a walk. Yeah, Floppa, that's the problem, is Hal cares more about the bottom line than winning. As Aaron Hicks 1 for 2 with a single now steps up to the plate. So Tauchman off first. He's got average speed. As Hicks chases a high fastball, 0-1. Yeah, I don't know, Brian. I mean, I would be happy to, but as this one hammered to right center field, fairly deep. Robert going back, still back at the track, makes the catch as he slams into the fence. Again, the wind is blowing in at 10 miles an hour. And Robert ran it down. You have to figure if the wind's carrying out, that ball is gone. As he slams into the patio fencing there. Makes a great catch to rob Hicks of extra bases. That brings up Didi Gregorius now 0 for 2. Swing and a miss on a beautiful curveball, 0-1. Good old Uncle Charlie there from Lynn. Might be his last inning of the evening. This will be his 80th pitch now. The 0-1 to Didi. Chop to the right side. Madrigal there. We'll go to short way to second. They just get Tauchman. And we go bottom 6 as the Yankees strand another runner. Still down 2-0. As Tim Anderson 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop-out will lead things off here in the bottom of the 6th. Castillo also at 80 pitches now as this is popped up shallow center. Vizcaino there makes the catch. 1 away. Oh, yeah, Brian, the White Sox are going to run away with that division now that Jimenez is back. As that'll bring up now Johann Makata. He's 1 for 2 with a double and scored the White Sox second run on the Garcia singles. He takes a strike 0-1. 2 for 6 now in his career against Castillo. Both hits are doubles. That misses outside, 1-1. The 1-1 to Makata. Ooh, again, really getting squeezed by this umpire. 2-1. Now a hanging slider ripped to left that'll dunk in front of Frazier for a base hit. Makata makes a wide turn at first, but holds there. I would trade Sanchez, Brian. I hope so. As that brings up Clint Frazier now, 0 for 2. Grounds this to third. Driscoll, oh, he threw it away. Oh, and that has been the Yankees all year long as now Tauchman fires it in. Going first to third is Makata. Driscoll makes an error there at third, a chance to get out of it with a double play. Instead, that brings up Yasmani Grandal. As that misses low, 1-0. The 1-0, chopped to the right side and through for a base hit. I don't know if they'll call that an unearned run, but I feel bad for Castillo. He should have been out of this inning, and this happens to us all the time. An error, you have to give him an earned run. That's unfortunate because it shouldn't be. That should be unearned. Lurie Garcia now, who's 2 for 2. And Garcia hammers one to right center field, and it's over the head of Domingue. 1 run will probably score as in comes the runner from second. And it's 4-0 Chicago. What a shame. This inning should have been over. As now Jonathan Loizaga starts to warm for the Yankees. Yep, legit goat. I've heard that. Yep, as well as Luis Robert 0 for 1 with a walk. Takes one high, 1-0. No wonder why Castillo can't get the ice coldness off of him. Swing and a miss, 1-1. The 1-1 to Robert is low, 2-1. This is outside, 3-1. Nick Madrigal on deck. Ball to strike there, 3-2. You can probably get a lot for Sanchez. As that misses outside, he would not chase the slider. So it's another walk for Castillo, and that brings up Madrigal. And that's going to do it for Castillo. What a shame. Driscoll makes the error at third, and that has directly led to 2 runs. What's up, Sonic? Just like the real-life Yankees, the defense lets them down. The pitching lets them down. As that brings up Nick Madrigal, who's 0 for 2. He takes a strike in the inside part of the plate, 0-1. Just some bad luck, some bad calls by the umpires, some bad defense behind Castillo, some untimely hitting. Yep, Brian, we know they came back against the Jays. So 0-2 now, the Madrigal from Loizaga. Is this one lined to right field? That's going to be a base hit. They're going to send 2 runners home. The throw from Talkman is not in time. It's 6-0 Chicago. Sonic, it's a waste. The season's over. I can't stand Cashman as that misses high and outside, 1-0. Well, it looks like we're losing this first game for sure. As this one hammered on the right field line, foul, 1-1. As now this one hammered the right center field. Long run for Domingue, but he will get there. Tagging is Robert. He will go to third. Runners at the corners now with 2 away. And that brings up Jose Abreu, who's 0 for 2. And an RBI and a sac fly. He takes a strike, 0-1. This is chop foul, 0-2. Swing and a miss. Loizaga gets out of the inning. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. But because of the Yankee error on Driscoll, the White Sox busted open and score 4 in the 6th. Well, they do give one of the runs as unearned to Castillo.
Leading off for the Yankees, the catcher, number 17.
Well, we'll see what happens there, Sonic, as now Victor Caratini pops it up to dead center. He was 1 for 1, hit by a pitch and a single. Robert there is... Now, Lance Lynn's going to stay in the game. 1 away here in the top of the 7th. Brings up Mike Ford. He's 0 for 1 with a walk.
The first baseman, Mike Ford.
Chases one in the dirt, 0-1. Again, though, the Yankees limping into the off day tomorrow. As Ford fouls off a cutter, 0-2. They had some hits. They drew a couple walks. They had 3 walks tonight against Lynn. Just couldn't get the big hit to get back on the board. The 0-2, hammered foul in the left field line, still 0-2. Again, all the backups are in to give the regulars a much-needed day off leading into the extra off day. As Ford fouls off a sinker, still 0-2. Otherwise, it's Urshela at third and not Driscoll, but... As Ford fouls off another curveball, still 0-2. You'd at least like to not be shut out. It'll be an 0-2 now to Mike Ford. Fouled back and out of play, still 0-2. The 0-2 to Mike Ford, misses high and outside, 1-2. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Lynn on a short leash here in the 7th as Ford chops it to the left side. Makata charges, fires the first to get the slow Ford 2 away. And that'll bring up Kevin Vizcaino now. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. No surprise, Monkey. Swing and a miss there, 0-1 to Vizcaino out in front of that cutter. The 0-1 now. Swing and a miss on an inside changeup, 0-2. Well, what do you need, Brian? I put Stanton, Sanchez, and Chapman together and got JT Realmuto and Didi Gregorius. What do you need, Brian? As that misses outside 1 and 2. At least in my franchise. As this one, little broken bat dribbler to the right side, that'll kick foul, 1 and 2. As this one hammered to left, it will be caught by Anderson, ranging deeply into left for a shortstop, but good speed as Frazier was playing far back. We go bottom 7, get up and stretch. Yankees down 6-0 as Loaizaga stays on for his second inning of work. I'm going to try and finish this out with Loaizaga to save the rest of the pen, especially with an off day tomorrow. As this one popped up off of first, Mike Ford is there. He will make the catch and foul, ground 1 away. Johann Makata 2 for 3, a double, a single, 2 runs scored. A lot of that, as this one is deep right center field. Going back is Domingue, still back, and it's gone. Goodbye, baseball. His 13th of the year. It's 7-0 Chicago. As Loaizaga tried to groove one right down the middle, and Makata did not miss. As this one's chopped towards second, Vizcaíno there fires the first in time, 2 away. Now that brings up Yasmani Grandal, 1 for 3 with a single, an RBI, and a run scored. Takes a strike on the outside part of the plate, 0-1. The Driscoll error. Basically, and the wheels came off the cart after that. Should have been an easy around-the-horn double play. Instead, he threw it into right field. And, well, the Yankees just never been able to recover. As Grandal gets frozen by the curveball, caught looking. That'll end the 7th, but Makata gets another run for the White Sox. We go top 8, Yankees down 7-0. As that brings up Adam Frazier. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Ooh, they called a ball. Looked like a strike to me, but lucky break there for the Yankees as Lynn still in there at 96 pitches. The 1-0 drops a nice curveball into the top of the zone, 1-1. The 1-1 hammered towards right center field, deep but playable. Luis Robert is there. He will make the catch, 1 away. And that brings up Jerome Driscoll now. He's 0 for 2 with a line out and a ground out. And again, his error in the field, his second of the big leagues. Is that called a strike in the outside corner? 0-1. Also, the umpire's been very inconsistent tonight, calling a lot of balls, strikes, and strikes balls, and it did not help any of the Yankee pitchers. 0-2 now to Driscoll as he fouls it straight back on Lynn's 100th pitch. Now this misses outside, 1-2. Yeah, I'd get pitching, as that's called strike 3. Driscoll frozen there in the low cutter. 2 away. 4th K for Lynn. And that brings up Jason Dominguez, who's 0 for 3. And just trying to get on base, he lays down a bunt, but that's foul. 0-1. Dominguez is actually pretty good at that. The 0-1 chopped up the middle, slow roller, tough play for Anderson. Fires off balance to first, not in time. So Dominguez will have an infield single, and that'll bring up Mike Tauchman, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. The first pitch fouled back out of play, 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 to Tauchman. Low, 1-1. Dominguez has great speed off of first, but he's not going anywhere down by 7. The 1-1, little broken bat blooper towards second. Madrigal is there. He will make the catch, and that'll retire the side. So Lance Lynn, a 3-hitter through 8. We go bottom 8 as Lurie Garcia, 2 singles, a double, and 2 RBIs. Steps up to the plate now and faces Loaizaga, and he hammers it right at Driscoll, who makes the catch on a line drive, 1 away. Brings up Luis Robert now. He's 0 for 1 with a couple walks. He hammers 1 foul, 0-1. Now this one skied the right center again. Fairly deep. Dominguez, though, against the wall, makes the catch for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Nick Madrigal. He's 1 for 3 with a 2 RBI single. Also a walk, a stolen base, a run scored. Again, the umpire just not giving the Yankees any of those inside pitches, as that's fouled off now, 1-1. The 1-1 to Madrigal. Punched fouled in the right field line, 1-2. Now this one chopped to Didi. Out in front of it was Madrigal. Didi will fire to first in time, and that will end the inning. So 1-2-3-8 for Loizaga. Last chance for the Yankees to get on the board. They're down 7-0 as Aaron Hicks, 1 for 3 with a single, leads things off here in the top 9th. And Lynn going for the complete game shutout. Double barrel action for the White Sox. This is lined hard at Makata, but he makes the catch, 1 away. And now that brings up Didi Gregorius, who's 0 for 3. So White Sox double barrel action if need be. As this one, goodbye baseball. So at least Sir Didi, Glorious Gregorius, he will break the shutout, his 30th of the year. Gets a hold of one to put the Yankees on the board. It's 7-1. But again, at this point, it's just a nice stat patter. And that'll do it for Lynn as Tony La Russa will go to the pen. 8 1/3, 1-run ball for Lance Lynn. Probably his best start of the year. And in comes Matt Foster, 58th appearance of the year. He's pitched in a lot of ball games. A 3.48 ERA, 6-1 out of the pen. Yeah, exactly, Monkey. Victor Caratini, 1 for 2 with a hit by pitch and a single. Smacks this to left field. That's going to be a base hit, and that's going to roll all the way into the corner. So Caratini will have himself a double as he goes the opposite way against the shift. His second hit of the day. 6th double of the year, and that'll bring up Mike Ford, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. Foster, a fastball slider changeup pitcher. First pitch is hammered towards right center field and fairly deep. This one is caught by Robert. Caratini's going to go to third. He's going to get thrown out. And that's your ball game. So the Yankees lose 7-1. I shouldn't have sent him, but also the game we weren't going to come back anyway. Ford gave it a ride. He gave it a ride a few times today. That probably from like Lake Michigan, Monkey. Probably from like one of the Great Lakes. Remember, Chicago's right near. I think it's is it Lake Michigan or Lake Superior? I'm pretty sure it's right off of one of the Great Lakes. So. That's a great trade, Brian, if you can get that. Yeah, that's a terrific trade. So the White Sox win 7-1. Johann Makata, your player of the game. Lance Lynn, the win. Luis Castillo, the loss. So the Yankees lose the first game of this 3-game set as they head to an off day before heading to Iowa. Yeah, Jordan, we are all aware, buddy. We are all aware. So now Luis Severino versus Dallas Keuchel in what is technically the Field of Dreams game. Yes, I'm on Xbox Series X, Floppa. Can you do that? Can you do that in franchise? Can you do that in franchise, Floppa? I didn't create any stadiums because there were no achievements tied to it. So Jordan, it's a terrible trade. Brian Cashman got hosed. They sent the next Adam Frazier and Hoy Park to Pittsburgh for virtually nothing. Downloaded in the vault. I don't even know where the vault is, Floppa. Like, I do very little with online here, so... Like, I don't even know where the vault is. Ugh, I have to go. Alright. Where do I gotta go, guys? Come on. Oh, guys, I'm not creating a stadium. I'm not creating a stadium. I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not... Yeah, there's no stadiums here. There's players. There's a roster. There's logos. There's no stadiums in the vault. Like, you guys all saw that. Like, there's... They want me to play in a different stadium, Sonic, for the stupid Field of Dreams game. Ugh. Gosh. Here, cornfield. Can I just save this? Save and exit. Alright, so now where would it be? Where would it be in, Oh. Like, is it gonna be in franchise now? Yeah, there we go. Save it to the vault. Sorry, you gotta remember I'm grumpy. I'm a grumpy old man, guys. You gotta remember that. If you want to do something new, you gotta spell it out for me. So now it should just be there. Ugh, they're all here anyway. They're just all here anyway, so... Alright, so what's good is that everybody's healthy after a day off except for Britain for some reason. Luis Severino, everybody's rested. See, lefty Keuchel's on the mound. Adam Frazier is ice cold. He is not going to DH for us today. Let's see. Pollock will DH. We'll have Domingue play in left. And let's see. And Didi will not start today. It'll be the rookie Vizcaino. So let's see. LeMahieu, Judge, Hicks, Real Muto, Gio, and then Vizcaino, Driscoll, Pollock, Dominguez. All right, there we go. Fantastic. Sorry, guys. Like I said, like if they don't tie an achievement to it, I really don't care. That work. I mean, that sounds good, Brian. I mean, depends on what their stats are. Depends on what you want, man. You'd have to. I don't know what their stats are off the top of my head. As Dallas Keuchel making his 24th start of the year here, 7-7 record, a 3.42 ERA in the Field of Dreams Stadium. At least that's what we're calling it, the cornfield out in Iowa. As DJ LeMahieu will lead off, hitting .317, 29 homers, 64 RBIs. Sinker, cutter, changeup, slider, and fastball. The first pitch, and we are underway as this is chopped foul, 0-1.
First pitch, 6-10.
The wind is blowing in at 11 miles an hour. As this swung and a miss, 0-2. There we go. What's up, Gabriel? How's it going? Yeah, this is actually pretty good. That was actually a good idea. I'm sorry for being grumpy, guys. It's a good idea. The 0-2 inside to LeMahieu, almost plunked him, 1-2. It is a beautiful day here in Cornfield, Iowa. Let's hope. Let me get some good home runs. Maybe we can make a TikTok out of it. It'll be a 1-2 from Keuchel. Popped up. Shallow right, long run, actually slicing foul, but there is Abreu. He'll make the over-the-shoulder catch. One away. A lot of foul ground out here as we look at the Yankee starting lineup. LeMahieu followed by Judge, Hicks, JT Real Muto, Gio Urshela, Kevin Vizcaino at short, Jerome Driscoll at first, AJ Pollock is your DH, and Jason Dominguez, the rookie, is in left. Yeah, Gabriel, I like baseball. I'm a Yankees fan. As swing and a miss there by Judge. 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 now to Aaron. High. Ooh, actually they called a strike. 0-2. I thought that was for sure a little outside, maybe a little high, but the umpire gave it to Keuchel. It'll be an 0-2 now. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup, strike 3, 2 away. First K for Keuchel, and that brings up Aaron Hicks, 351 average, 41 homers, 92 RBIs. As Hicks chops it to the right side, there is Nick Madrigal. He will fire to first, and it's a 1-2-3 top of the first here in Iowa. Field of Dreams. We go bottom one, no score. The umpire, Gabriel, is Luis Severino, making his 24th start of the year, a 12-3 record, a 3.3 ERA, a whip just over 1. As Nick Madrigal, 10 steals, 46 run scores, a 282 average. Having a real nice campaign this year. As that misses high, 1-0. It's all good, Casey. Everybody seems to be forgetting that when all you guys in Philadelphia forget when I stream, and you all start texting me at the same time like it's clockwork. You, Lee, Caitlin, everybody. It's outside, 1-1. I'm busting you, Casey. I'm busting you. As this one chopped to the left side, there is Gio. He will fire to first in time, 1 away. About 8,000 seats, Jordan. They're saying about 8,000 seats as Adam Eaton now hitting 271, 15 homers, 46 RBIs. This is a good idea, Floppa. This was a good idea. I'm sorry that I didn't know how to do it. Monkey, Floppa, everybody who wanted this, I apologize for being a little grumpy about it. Again, old man does not like new things. As this one chopped to the left side, Gio there. He'll fire to first to get the Speedy Eaton 2 away. Yeah, we'll see if somebody hiding in the corn monkey. Yeah.
The first baseman, Jose.
Oh, that's good, Casey. Steam Deck's not out yet. That misses, or actually, that hits the inside corner. 0-1. Swing and a miss on a low changeup. 0-2. That misses low and outside. 1-2.
Count 1 and 2.
Swing and a miss on a low changeup, strike 3. So Severino has a 1-2-3 first as well. We go top 2 here in the cornfield in Iowa. No score between the Yankees and the White Sox. I will definitely look later, Casey. Yes, as JT Realmuto, 39 homers, 71 RBIs, a 354 average. Oh, Sonic, that is like my nightmare, man. But good for you, man, for getting that win. Like, that's why I don't play Diamond Dynasty against people anymore, man. Those freeze-offs, that would drive me nuts, as that's fouled back on a play. 0-2. Yep, Gabriel, there's a red barn back there, as this is chop foul. 0-2. The 0-2. Outside, 1-2. I don't think you should trade Frank O'Brien. A swing and a miss, strike 3 on a low sinker, 1 away.
That is it. The third baseman.
And that's how you got to do it, Sonic. Yeah.
Urshela.
Probably later this week, Floppa. After this 3-game set with Tampa. It's Gio Urshela now up, fouls one back out of play, 0-1. Yankees, after 17 straight games, finally get a day off. And they look rested and refreshed here in Iowa. This is chopped up the middle. Anderson there. He will fire to first to get Gio 2 away. And that brings up Kevin Vizcaino, the rookie hitting 286, 2 homers, 5 RBIs. Playing shortstop today in place of Didi Gregorius. As he chops this to the left side, Makata there at third, fires the first in time. And the Yankees again go 1-2-3 here in Iowa. We go bottom second, no score. Nice, Brian, nice.
Leading off for the White Sox.
Yeah, Sonic, he is going to get injured probably as Tim Anderson hitting 273. Batting cleanup, leads off here in the bottom of the second. Takes a strike right down Broadway. 0-1. As that misses low and outside. 1-1. Supposedly, they wanted Stanton to play in the outfield in Boston. As this one hammered on the left field line. Oh, and a lucky stalk of corn gets a souvenir. 1-2. That's low and outside, 2-2. Yep, Gabriel, that's where the barn is. Yep. Well, hopefully he has a good time as this Floppa, as that's fouled off 2-2. The 2-2 now to Anderson. Once again, popped up, right center field, long run for Hicks, but he will get there. I didn't realize that's a huge center field. But guys, we might see an inside the park home run tonight. As we now look at the Yankee defense. Domingue in left, Hicks in center, Judge in right, Urshela at third, Vizcaino at short, LeMahieu at second, Driscoll at first, and Realmuto behind the plate. That brings up Johann Makata hitting 280. Takes a strike at the belt, 0-1. Like, I'm being serious. Like, I didn't realize how big a center field that was. This is chopped up the middle. Oh, it took a weird hop off the mound, but Vizcaino will not get him. That weird hop off the mound is what allowed Makata to reach on an infield single. You see there, it kicks more towards the third base side. Now that brings up Red Thunder Clint Frazier. There's a strike in the inside part of the plate, 0-1. That is a huge cornfield, Sonic. Yeah, I did not realize just how big center field was. As this is chopped foul to the right side. I wonder what the dimensions will be for the real game in Iowa. As this one chopped on the left field line, it's a base hit into the corner. Or what's actually kind of like the bullpen. Domingue will get it in quickly, though. And it'll be a double for Frazier. So runners at second and third now with one away. Frazier's 18th double of the year. And that brings you up Yasmani Grandal. And you know what? Just because the Yankee offense has been struggling so badly. Oh, that's interesting, Brian. Well, have fun with that, man. That brings up Lurie Garcia, who absolutely punished the Yankees in yesterday's game. Or 2 days ago, I should say. First game of this series. That misses high, 1-0. The 1-0 to Garcia in the dirt, blocked nicely by Real Muto. So bases full of White Sox with 1 out here. Garcia, it's a 2-0 count. He doesn't get the call, Severino. 3-0. There's a strike in the outside, 3-1. It'll be a 3-1 now to Garcia. Backdoor slider fouled off, 3-2. So it'll be a 3-2 payoff pitch. Strike 3, froze him, looking huge strikeout for Severino. 2 away here, and now that brings up Luis Robert with the bases loaded. Severino trying to work out of a jam, misses inside, 1-0. Gabriel, are you a bot? Because you're kind of talking gibberish, buddy. It'll be a 2-0. Swing and a miss on an inside fastball, 2-1. The 2-1 now to Robert. Punched foul. 2-2. So Severino a strike away from getting out of this jam. Oh, it gets by Real Muto, but everybody's going to stay put as it bounced right back to him. Not what Severino wanted from that slider. It'll be a 3-2 now. And this one hammered to center field fairly deep. Hicks racing back, makes the running grab to end the inning. Oh, Severino walks the tightrope. We go top third, no score. I don't know, Floppa. I'm not sure. As Jerome Driscoll, 1 homer, 9 RBIs, a .295 average, will lead off here in the top of the third. That misses outside from Keuchel, 1-0. It'll be a 1-0 now to Driscoll. Punched foul, 1-1. Just a little late on the changeup. Again, wind is blowing in from left field. That misses outside, 2-1. That's what, yeah, Sonic, for sure. For sure. Honestly, if it gets over the head of a center fielder, you might have an inside the park home run. The 2-1. Punched foul in the right field line, 2-2. The 2-2 to Driscoll. Punched foul again, just fouled on the right field line. Still 2-2 as he stays alive. Keuchel trying to stay away from him. Sonic wants the call dedication. This is chopped foul again. Driscoll making him work a little bit. The 2-2 chopped up the middle, knocked down by Keuchel. He'll find it. Fire to first in time, 1 away. Probably not Floppa, but maybe into the gaps. We'll see as A.J. Pollock now up at the plate, hitting .322. Chops a sinker foul, 0-1. Keuchel's very good at getting ground balls. Pollock, though, 2 for 6 in his career against them with only 1 strikeout. Punches this on the right field line, slicing, foul, 0-2. That's what I'm saying, Sonic. Like, I got a couple guys, Domingue in particular, I think could go around the bases if he gets one into the gap. The 0-2, punch to left field. That's a base hit as Pollock turns an inside cutter. So the Yankees get their first hit of the day. Pollock, too, actually, maybe. Anybody who's above a 65 might be able to get an inside the Parker. As that brings up Jason Domingue hitting .264. Takes one low and inside, 1-0. Yep, Real Muto. That's what I'm saying. We could have some fun in the base paths here in this ballpark. It'll be a 1-0 to Jason. Fouled back out of play, 1-1. Just a little late in that 89-mile-an-hour fastball from Keuchel. The 1-1. Smacked on the right field line, foul, 1 and 2 into the White Sox bullpen area. A lot of foul ground here. Some makeshift dugouts. As this is chopped to the right side, could be 2. They go to second for 1 on the first. Nope, actually Anderson's just going to eat it. So they get the fielder's choice. Domingue reaches, and that brings up DJ LeMahieu, who popped out in his first at-bat. The first pitch to DJ is chopped to the left side. There is Makata, though. He'll go to first in time, and that'll end the inning. So the Yankees get a hit and leave a runner on. At the end of 2.5, it's 0-0 here in the cornfields of Iowa. As Nick Madrigal 0 for 1 leads things off here in the bottom of the third. Takes a strike at the belt, 0 and 1. White Sox have the bases loaded with 1 out in the second. And Garcia struck out, and then a deep fly ball to center. And that was their best chance thus far. It'll be a 1-1 now to Madrigal. Chop to the left side. Vizcaino backhands, fired to first, in time, 1 away.
The right fielder, number 12.
Yeah, Monkey, maybe, as Adam Eaton 0 for 1. Grounded out in his first at-bat. Takes a strike in the inside part of the plate, 0-1. That's chop foul, 0 and 2. It's okay, Monkey, it's okay. As now a hanging slider hit the deep right center field, and our theory is going to be tested, as that's actually going to be 1 hop in over the wall into the cornfield. So a lucky break, actually. If that stayed in the park, I wonder if Eaton's still running. As that was a hanging slider. That brings up Abreu now, who's 0 for 1. There's a strike at the belt, 0 and 1. Yeah, exactly, Sonic, yeah. It'll be an 0-1 now to Abreu. Swing and a miss on a good changeup there from Severino, 0 and 2. Now slider misses outside, 1 and 2. Another slider misses outside, 2 and 2. Now fouls back a fastball, still 2 and 2. Making Severino work here in the third. Another foul ball from Abreu. Now this one punched in the right center field. It's a base hit. Eaton should score easily. It's an RBI single for Abreu, and the White Sox are up 1-0. Now that brings up Tim Anderson, as Severino struggling here, second time through the lineup. 0 and 1 as he takes a strike. Just couldn't get the put-out pitch. 1 and 1. Anderson has hit surprisingly into 10 double plays this year, as this one's popped up on the infield. Driscoll on the foul line makes the catch for the second out of the inning. And now that brings up Johann Makata. He's 1 for 1 with a single. Had the first White Sox hit. Now pops up the first pitch swinging to left field. Domingue is there. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. But a double followed by a single by Jose Abreu brings in the first run of the game. We go top 4, 1-0 White Sox. That'll bring up Aaron Judge now. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout in his first at-bat. What else is new? First pitch from Keuchel. Checks his swing on an inside sinker. 1-0. Judge leads the league in strikeouts. 134 so far on the year. So he takes one outside. 2-0. It'll be a 2-0 to Aaron. Chases the high cutter. 2 and 1. Was definitely not expecting that. The 2-1. Fouled back out of play. Now 2 and 2 as Keuchel gets back in the count. The 2-2 chopped to the left side. Tough play. Oh, knocked down by Madrigal. But Judge will reach. Oh, now he throws it away. And Judge is going to head to second. Grandal will throw it to second. Not in time. Aaron Judge advances. That should be an infield single. And yet an error on Madrigal. Oh, thank you, Michael. I appreciate that, buddy. So Judge, like I said, that was going to be a single no matter what once Madrigal didn't come up with it. But he fired it high to first. Judge smartly goes to second. And now that brings up Aaron Hicks, who's 0 for 1. Again, Yankee offense is struggling. Hicks drops a bunt, but it's going to kick foul. 0-1. They're playing him back at third, trying to bunt for a base hit there. And now Hicks to the right side will get the job done anyway. Madrigal this time a strong throw to first. One away as Judge moves to third. And now that brings up JT Realmuto. He's 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout. Chance for an RBI here to try to tie the game at 1 in the fourth. The first pitch, smacked foul, just a little late on that sinker. 0-1. 4 for 10 though in his career against Keuchel with a double. That was the pitch to hit. But again, just a little late on it. As now he pops one foul, jammed on the cutter, 0-2. Yankees offense really struggling lately, so getting this run in from third with one out could be huge. As Realmuto spoils another sinker, 0-2 still. Yeah, thank you, Michael. I appreciate the compliment, buddy. If you know of any job openings, let me know. The 0-2 to JT. Chopped up the middle, knocked down by Keuchel. He'll fire to first. That won't get the job done as Judge has to hold at third. And now that brings up Gio Urshela, who's 0 for 1. So Yankees looking for a little two-out magic, maybe get that runner in. As Gio fouls a high-hanging slider backing out of play, 0-1. Gio, one of the Yankees' better hitters with runners in scoring position. Hitting 344 on the year. He chases an outside sinker, 0-2. Keuchel, historically, usually pitches very well against the Yankees. It'll be an 0-2 to Gio. Outside, 1-2, as he lays off that sinker. Keuchel trying to expand the zone, but Gio would not do it twice in a row. It'll be a 1-2 pitch. High and inside with that slider, 2-2. Evens the count up. Judge off of third. He had an infield single. Went to second on an error. Moved to third on a Hicks ground out. And then Realmuto couldn't get it off the infield. Actually couldn't get past the pitcher. And Judge had to hold at third. Count now full. Rookie Kevin Vizcaino on deck. You have to imagine Keuchel not going to give in here because if he walks Gio, he knows he can get the rookie. This one grounded to third, though. Makata there. Nice scoop. Fires the first in time. And that'll end the inning. So the Yankees threaten, but once again do not score. We go bottom 4. Yankees down 1-0 as former Yankee left fielder Red Thunder Clint Frazier 1 for 1 with a double. Now up at the plate, takes one inside, 1-0.
Frazier.
The 1-0 chopped foul now by Clint, 1-1. Clint just snuck it inside the bag at third in his first at-bat. Now pops up a fastball behind the plate. Realmuto there makes the catch, 1 away. Brings up Yasmani Grandal. He was walked in his first at-bat, 16 homers, 52 RBIs, a 239 average. Sends a deep fly ball to right field. Judge going back near the track, makes the catch for the second out of the inning. And that brings up Lurie Garcia, who was a huge strikeout for Severino. Bases loaded, 1 out in the second, and Garcia struck out as he sends a deep fly ball to left now. Domingue is there, will make the catch, and Severino has an easy 4. But the Yankees are still down 1-0 as we go top 5 here in Iowa. Kevin Vizcaino rounded out in his first at-bat. 2 homers, 5 RBIs on the year. What's up, Warrior? How's it going? First pitch from Keuchel. Chopped foul, 0-1. Vizcaino had a rough first game of the series. 50th pitch of the day from Keuchel is swung on and missed, 0-2. It'll be an 0-2. Swing and a miss. Good low slider. Strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Only the third K for Keuchel. 1 away now, and that brings up Jerome Driscoll. Rookie first baseman 0 for 1, like so many Yankees today. Late on a sinker there. 0-1. Good power sinker there from Keuchel. Good pitch to hit, but he was late on it. The 0-1. Foul back out of play. 0-2. As top of the zone with the fastball there. A little late on it again. The 0-2. Smack to the right side, and oh, there is Madrigal ranging far to his left to throw out Driscoll 2 away. Hanging in there, Warrior, hanging in there. As A.J. Pollock 1 for 1 with a single. Now steps up to the plate here with 2 outs, nobody on in the top of the 5th. Smacks one down the the right field line. This is going to just hook foul. Caught nicely there by a cornstalk in the first row. The 0-1, that ball again, the wind is blowing in hard from the left side, and you wonder if the wind was even there was no wind, if that ball would have stayed fair. The 1-1 now, checks his swing, but it is a strike. 1-2 to Pollock. Pollock has very good speed. Been hitting great as a Yankee. Smacks this foul 1-2. I don't know, David. That's a good question. I was always very partial to Chris Berman. Back, gone! As that is lined out to Madrigal there because of the shift. We go bottom 5th. Still 1-0 Chicago. As Luis Robert 0 for 1. He had a deep fly ball to center in his first at-bat. Takes a strike at the knees. 0-1. As this one popped up foul ground, this will reach the White Sox bullpen. 0-2. The 0-2 to the young man. Low and outside. 1-2. Robert would not offer at the slider. Yeah, Floppa, to be a very small stadium. As Robert, this time he does chase the slider. Strike 3. 1 away here in the 5th. And that brings up Nick Madrigal, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of groundouts. Hammers this one to right field. It's going to be a base hit. It's going to get by Judge and roll all the way to the wall. Madrigal with good speed will hold at second with a 1-out double. And oh, we're got deja vu all over again, as this is looking a lot like game 1 of the series. As Adam Eaton now 1 for 2 with a double. The only run scored of the game takes a strike. 0-1. This one chopped right back to Severino. He'll find it, fire to first. In time, 2 away. Nice play by Sevy.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Exactly, Floppa. Exactly. Brings up Jose Abreu, who's 1 for 2 with a single and an RBI. Severino gets checked out, but he looks like he's fine. Takes a strike at the top of the zone, does Abreu. 0-1. The 0-1 now. Chop to the left side. Gio is there. He will fire to first, and so the double is all for naught as Madrigal is left on base. We go top 6. We got a pitcher's duel. It's 1-0 Chicago. Jason Dominguez now. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out. Steps up to the plate. First pitch from Keuchel. It's chopped foul. 0-1. The 0-1 to Dominguez. Pop foul and out of play. 0-2. Makata still in at the corner at third. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, pitch in the dirt. The umpire actually blocked it. Grandal finds it, fires the first. In time, 1 away. 4th K for Keuchel, and that brings up DJ LeMay, who popped out and grounded out in 2 at-bats. First pitch to LeMahieu. Hammered towards left center field. This one is deep. It is going to be 1 hop over the short fence for a ground rule double. His 24th double of the year. I was going to send him to third if it stayed in the park. That's a real low fence out there, though. Brings up Aaron Judge, who's 1 for 2 with a single. Takes a pitch low, 1-0. So can Judge deliver a hit to get LeMahieu home and maybe tie this game up? The 1-0, chopped foul, just missed that cutter out in front of it, 1-1. The 1-1, swing and a miss on a sinker, 1-2. Good pitch there from Keuchel, trying to get out of a mini jam here. LeMahieu, below average speed at second. The 1-2, Judge smacks it to the right side. Nicely picked by Abreu. He'll take it himself as LeMahieu goes to third. 2 away here in the 6th. And now that brings up Aaron Hicks. Yeah, Monkey, well, if I score a run. First pitch to Hicks. He's 0 for 2 today with a couple of ground outs. Takes one low, 1-0. The 1-0 from Keuchel. Chopped foul, good sinker there, 1-1. I gotta try and get his pitch count up and get him out of the game. He's a good ground ball pitcher. And I usually fall right into that trap. The 1-1, chopped to the right side. There is Abreu again. He'll take it himself, and that will end the top of the 6th. We go bottom 6th. Yankees getting shut out 1-0. As Tim Anderson 0 for 2. Takes a strike on the inside part of the plate, 0-1. Yankees just can't get the big hit. Runners at third with 2 outs, 2 innings in a row, and they were stranded there. Just like the real-life Yankees. Swing and a miss, 1-2 now to Anderson on the inside fastball. The 1-2, slider lined right to Urshela, makes the catch, 1 away. And that brings up Johann Makata now. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Takes a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Now another strike on the outside corner, this one at the knees, 0-2. The 0-2 to Makata, Severino's 70th pitch of the day. Chopped to the left side, it's a base hit because of the shift. Oh, the Yankees, I gotta stop shifting or letting the computer do that. Domingue will get it in quickly, but Makata has himself his 28th double of the year as he goes the opposite way on the inside slider. Not a bad pitch, just bad defensive positioning. As now Clint Frazier, who doubled in his first at-bat, broken bat pop-up. Driscoll makes the catch, 2 away. The bat went farther than the ball did. Nice play by Driscoll to avoid the lumber. As that brings up Grandal, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. Takes a strike in the outside corner, 0-1. Now a pitch low, 1-1. The 1-1, low, 2-1. Being very careful with the dangerous Grandal, 3-1. Yeah, he's hurt till September, Floppa. He's hurt till September. The 3-1. Right down Broadway, 3-2 as he takes the changeup. The 3-2 now. Strike 3, frozen with the slider on the inside corner. Grandal can't believe it, and Sevy works out of a jam. We go top 7, still 1-0 Chicago, as JT Realmuto now will lead off here in the top of the 7th. Smacks this one to right field. It's a base hit. Cut off there nicely by the right fielder. So a leadoff single for JT. And that brings up Gio Urshela, who's 0 for 2. Third time through the lineup, you'd hope the Yankees could get something going. As Gio, just misses that one down the right field line. Foul, 0-1. As double barrel action starting in the White Sox bullpen. It'll be an 0-1 to Gio, who is a double play candidate. This is a little dribbler in front of the mound. Keuchel will go to first, kind of like a swinging bunt as Realmuto easily moves to second, 1 away. Now that brings up Kevin Vizcaino. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. Tough position for all these rookies. The first pitch to Vizcaino. Skies one to left. This should be playable for Clint Frazier. He will settle under it and make the catch for the second out of the inning. Just got underneath it. And now that brings up Jerome Driscoll, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of ground outs. As the rookies just not getting anything done today. And it happens. As that misses outside, 1-0. Driscoll hitting .500 with runners in scoring position. Boy, oh boy, we sure would love a hit here. The 1-0. Smack towards left center field. It's going to get down. It's a base hit. Real Muto will score. It's a ground rule RBI double for Driscoll, his 8th of the year. And the Yankees have tied it up at 1 as that ball one hops into the cornfield. They're now going to intentionally walk A.J. Pollock. Good speed on the bases for the Yankees. As that brings up the best speed, the big speedster for the Yankees, Jason Domingue. 1-1, top 7, 2 outs here in Iowa in the Field of Dreams game. As Dominguez fouls it straight back out of play, 0-1. Driscoll with the RBI double drives in JT Real Muto. He was going to score anyway, Monkey, as that misses low, 1-1. Matt Foster and Garrett Crochet warming in the pen for the White Sox as Keuchel starting to run out of gas. The 1-1 to the rookie. Another rookie. This one popped up. Shallow center. Long run for Robert. He will get there and make the catch, though. But the Yankees scratch out a run. Get up and stretch. We're going bottom 7. Knotted up at 1 here in the cornfields of Iowa. As that brings up Lurie Garcia. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. Severino trying to go 7. Takes the strike in the outside part of the plate, 0-1. This will be Sevy's last inning of work. Swing and a miss on a good changeup there, 0-2. The 0-2 now to Garcia. Strike 3, frozen with a fastball on the outside part of the plate. 5th K for Sevy. Second time he got Garcia, and that brings up Luis Robert, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and the line out. Takes a strike at the belt, 0-1. The 0-1, swing and a miss on a changeup now, 0-2. Sevy starting to run out of gas, but again, Yankees trying to get him through 7. Slider misses way outside, 1-2. Strike 3, frozen with a slider at the knees. 2 away here, 6 Ks for Sevy. And now that brings up Nick Madrigal, who's 1 for 3 with a double in his last at-bat. He was left at second, though, by the White Sox. As he pops this first pitch up and out of play, the long run for Dominguez, he won't get there, 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 from Sevy. Chop to the right side and through for a base hit. Just gets by LeMahieu. So a seeing eye single with 2 outs here in the 7th. And the Yankee bullpen is going to start getting up. Darren O'Day starting to warm for the Bombers. Trying to get Sevy through, well, 7. Takes a strike there, does Eaton, 0-1. No matter what, this will be Severino's last hitter. This is chop foul, 0-2. The 0-2 to Eaton. Pop foul, out of play, 0-2. Swing and a miss on a changeup in the dirt. Real Muto will fire to oh, he pulled it off the bag. Real Muto throws it away. It should have been the final out of the inning. Another error by the Yankee defense. And now that's going to bring up Jose Abreu. And that's going to do it for Severino. What a terrible way to end your night. As Darren O'Day will come in to face Abreu. Real Muto threw it away. So runners at first and second down as O'Day makes his 36th appearance of the year. A 3-1 record, 5 saves out of the pen. A dental floss thin ERA. Yankees want this one. So they bring out their best reliever to finish the 7th. Real Muto's done it a couple of times this year where he's thrown it away, trying to complete the play to first. Sevy, that officially is a strikeout and an error, so the ever-dangerous Jose Abreu now, 1 for 3. Popped him up, first pitch swinging. Gio down from third, on the infield grass, makes the catch for the final out of the inning. We go top 8, still tied at 1. DJ LeMahieu will lead things off here, but he will face Matt Foster, his 59th appearance of the year. 68 innings pitched, gave up a run actually against the Yankees in the first game of this series. LeMahieu 1 for 3 with a double. He was left at third. Probably, Monkey, probably. The first pitch to DJ. Swing and a miss on a slider, 0-1. LeMahieu, a fastball, slider, or excuse me, Foster, fastball, slider, changeup pitcher. The 0-1 to LeMahieu. Chop to the right side, Madrigal there. He will flip to first, 1 away. So Dallas Keuchel, 1 run, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, 5 hits, and 7 innings pitched. Pitched good enough to win, but he will get a no decision, as will Luis Severino. Aaron Judge 1 for 3 with a single, now up at the plate. Judge fouls a slider, backing out of play, 0-1. That was a good pitch to hit, but he was just a little late on it. It'll be an 0-1 now to Judge. Hammered to the right field line again, just slicing foul. 0-2 now, as he just missed that changeup. Now this one misses way outside, 1-2. Judge will chase as Cody Huer joins Garrett Crochet now in the pen. It'll be a 1-2 to Judge. Inside, 2-2. Judge also walks fairly often, to be fair, even though he does also lead the league in strikeouts. It'll be a 2-2. Swing and a miss, got him on the slider, strike 3, 2 away. So 2 away here in the 8th of a 1-1 game in Iowa. Hicks 0 for 3, now up at the plate. Turning around for the left side for the first time today. Fouls off a fastball, 0-1. Expect some pinch hitters in the 9th, no matter what happens. The 0-1 chopped foul, 0-2. Actually, I think there's a lefty and a righty in the White Sox pen right now. It'd be an 0-2, though, to Hicks. Smacked up the middle, and that will dunk in front of Robert for a base hit. So Hicks beats the shift. His first hit of the day, and that will now bring up JT Realmuto, who scored the only Yankee run so far. Singled and came around to score on the Driscoll double. As he now chops this up the middle, and that's through for a base hit. Hicks thought about going first to third, but Robert got there quickly. So 2 on with 2 outs now, as back-to-back singles keeps the inning alive for Gio Urshela, who's 0 for 3 tonight. Would love to get a base hit here. Good speed on the base paths. First pitch is outside, 1-0. It'll be a 1-0 to Gio. Fouled off on the right field line. That'll reach the cornfield, 1-1. A whopping 100 people in attendance here. The 1-1. Swing and a miss on a slider, 1-2. Again, the real game will be out 8,000. But so again, runners at first and second. It'll be a 1-2 to Urshela. Broken bat pop up to the right side. That'll reach. That'll land softly and harmlessly foul. Abreu couldn't do anything to get there. As Gio gets a new piece of lumber. Got sawed off by the 2-seamer. The 1-2. Chases another slider out of the zone. Strike 3. We go bottom 8. Still tied at 1. As O'Day stays on to face Tim Anderson here. Swings through a fastball, 0-1.
Anderson.
Now this one chopped up the middle, went down and got it. A leadoff single for Robert here in the 8th. Yep, lots of clowns out there, hand tucks, lots of clowns. As that brings up Johann Makata, who's 2 for 3. Takes a strike, 0-1. Now takes one low, 1-1. The runner goes, the throw to Realmuto, not in time. Good pitch to run on. An inside slider, Anderson's 8th steal of the year. So it'll be a 2-1 now, as this is chop foul 2-2 to Makata. Really need a strikeout here, does O'Day. As that's fouled off again, 2-2. Fouls another one back, still 2-2. This one grounded to the right side. LeMahieu there will fire to first. Robert, though, moves to, excuse me, Anderson, my apologies, it's not Anderson, it's not Robert. Tim Anderson moved to third, and then a couple of times. Brings up Clint Frazier, former Yankee, 1 for 3 with a double today. Swings through a fastball there, 0-1. Now chases a low sinker, 0-2. Swing and a miss, good morning, good afternoon, good night. That's twice in a row that Frazier strikes out on 3 pitches. A huge K for O'Day. As that now brings up Yasmani Grandal, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. Chops it to first. Driscoll there will take it himself, and O'Day works a little bit of magic to get out of the 8th without giving up a run. We go top 9, still tied at 1. Vizcaino, Driscoll, and Pollock, as Foster's still in the game. And we are going to get a pinch hitter here. Didi Gregorius will come in. He hit a homer off of Foster yesterday. Justin Wilson now warming in the pen along with Chad Green. If the Yankees score, it'll be Green. If they don't, it'll be Wilson. The first pitch from Foster. Back up the middle, right at Foster, as Handtucks gets a dab. I feel bad. I don't remember who asked for the home run. I think it was Sonic. I don't think we're getting a home run today, buddy. You have to remind me tomorrow. Remind me on Wednesday that I owe you one. As Jerome Driscoll 1 for 3 with an RBI double. First pitch, swing and a miss there on a slider, 0-1. Could have brought him forward, but Driscoll had the big hit, you know. The 0-1 hammered to the left side, but right there is Makata. Fields nicely fires the first 2 away. And now that brings up A.J. Pollock, who's 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. 2 outs, top 9, tied at 1, Yankees versus White Sox. As this one hammered to the right field line, again just late, 0-1. It'll be an 0-1 to Pollock. Hammered! This one's got a chance! Goodbye, baseball! It's into the cornfield! Dedicated to Sonic! Pollock's 19th of the year! In the top of the 9th! Gives the Yankees the 2-1 lead in the field of dreams! What a shot by Pollock to the opposite field! It's an oppo bomb for A.J. Pollock, and the Yankees are up 2-1. Indeed, Monkey, there's your clip.
The batter, the left fielder.
As that brings up Jason Dominguez, a 2-out, top of the 9th, solo home run to give the Yankees a 2-1 lead as Dominguez swings and misses on an inside slider, 0-1. The 0-1 to Dominguez, fouled back out of play, 0-2. Misses outside, does Foster with that one, so 1-2. Also, I guess my voice still ain't 100%. It'll be a 1-2 now to Dominguez. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He had a terrible day, but even the hit for the hydrate hand tucks. A.J. Pollock, today's DH, goes opposite field on not a bad curveball, looked like. And the Yankees take a 2-1 lead. Last licks for the White Sox. So Chad Green will come on for the save opportunity. Didi Gregorius stays in the game at shortstop.
number 57.
No, Tidy Screens. It's the Yankees and the White Sox. It's the Yankees and the White Sox in the Field of Dream game. Just like it was always supposed to be. So Chad Green coming in to try and close things out here. Because the reason is because you got the field of Dreams is about the Black Sox, which was the White Sox of 1919. Leading off here, Lurie Garcia, 0 for 3 with a strikeout in his last at bat. Struck out twice today, actually. Takes one outside, 1-0. Can the Yankees win the pitcher's duel? Wow, the umpire called that a ball, 2-0. Chad Green not happy with that call. As this one blooped to left field, that is going to dunk him for a base hit. So Garcia reaches with a leadoff single. The Red Sox have no ties to Field of Dreams. Hand tucks. It should have been White Sox versus Reds as Adam Engel comes in, pinch runner. Green throws over to check on him. Robert 0 for 3 tonight. There's a strike right down Broadway, 0-1. Should have been White Sox and Reds in an interleague matchup. That's what it was. It's about the 1919 World Series. That was the 1919 World Series. It'll be a 1-1 to Robert. This is chop foul, 1 and 2. Swing and a miss. Huge strikeout for Green. 1 away here in the bottom of the 9th. Now that brings up Nick Madrigal, 2 for 4 with a double and a single. Takes one inside, 1-0. Yeah, I know, and it could happen, Tidy. I mean, it is the Yankees. It is Chad Green. As there's a strike to Madrigal, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, another beautiful strike painted there with the curveball, 1-2. Slider misses outside, 2-2. Madrigal lays off. This one, hit and run, ripped foul into the Yankee bullpen, still 2-2. Swing and a miss, got him to chase the outside slider, 2 away. And now that brings up Adam Eaton, 1 for 4, a double, the only White Sox run scored. Last hope for Chicago. Takes a strike there with the fastball, 0-1. Another strike at the knees, 0-2. White Sox down to their last strike. The 0-2 from Chad Green. Swing and a miss, he strikes out the side. Oh, masterful pitching there from Green after the leadoff single. And the Yankees win the Field of Dreams game 2-1. The Yankees win. The Yankees win! Darren O'Day gets the win in relief. Green gets the save. Foster the loss. And the Yankees have now split the first 2 games of this 3-game set 1-1. No offense until the very end. But it was enough. Your player of the game with the walk-off homer, A.J. Pollock. Your winner, Darren O'Day. Your loser, Matt Foster. Chad Green, his 27th save of the year. What's up, Gabriel? How's it going? Tidy, it's just the one game. It's only the Saturday game of this series. I'm pretty sure it's just this. It might be Saturday and Sunday, but the first game of this series for sure is in Chicago. Hey, look at that. We unlocked a special uniform. So there you go. So we split our 2 games tonight. We lose 7-1. We win 2-1. Now tomorrow will be New Game Tuesday. The World Ends With You is coming out tomorrow, and to kind of conserve my voice, so I don't have what happened last week, where I missed stream days because I blew it out. It's still not 100%, you could probably hear. So we're going to do a new game tomorrow. We'll be back Wednesday with baseball. It'll be White Sox and Red Sox. That's the only game we're doing in Iowa. So, so I want to say thank you to everybody who watched tonight. It really means a lot, as always. I always greatly appreciate it. I hope you all have a great rest of your Monday. But again, I'm taking it easy with the voice, so just 2 games tonight, trying to get back to 100% with it. So have yourselves a great rest of your evening. Again, thank you for watching. Thank you for the idea, Floppa and Monkey, for the Field of Dreams game. Thank you all so much for having for hanging out tonight, and we'll see you all tomorrow. New game Tuesday, and then Wednesday we'll be back. Wednesday and Thursday we'll do back-to-back nights of baseball. So I'll see you then. Good night, everybody.